Hi everyone. In today's topic, we are going to learn about how to implement Instagram login in our web app, which is actually useful to get the access token of the user. And for that, what we are going to do is we are going to add two new endpoints in our web application that we have created in our previous video. So the first endpoint is login endpoint, which will redirect user to an authorization window, and the another endpoint is the redirect endpoint. So in this example we are going to create a redirect endpoint named your insta token, right? And if authorization is successful, meta will redirect user to this url itself, right? And if you remember in our video regarding setting up these resources for Instagram API using Instagram login. Uh, if we see here, we were using this code, right, to get the authorization code, and then we are using that code to get the user access token. So what we are going to do is we are going to use the same code in our web application. So let me show the code of the application. So if you remember, previously we created three endpoints. First one is the home, having only hello world. Second is of privacy policy, and third is of webhook. But now what we are going to do, we are going to add this new two endpoints, which is login and your insta token. So here, as I mentioned, we are going to use the same code that we have used here, and for that we need three variables, which is the Instagram app ID, Instagram app secret, and the redirect URI. And here redirect URI, I am changing it to this endpoint, right, instead of home. So if we are changing it here, it means we also need to change that in our meta application. So let's quickly do that. In our meta application, we need to go to this API setup with Instagram login and then this business login settings, right? And here, instead of this home endpoint, we need to add our newer one, which is having your Insta token in the end, right? Click on save. Now it's successfully saved, right? So let's check the code first. After getting all these variables, which is app ID, secret, and URI, in our login endpoint, what we are going to do is build this URL, which is this one, to get the authorization code, right? So it's the same. I just copy pasted it here, and when user will visit to this login, this application will redirect user to this endpoint, right? Authorization is successfully completed. User will be redirected to this endpoint that we have added here. When user redirected to this endpoint, it will have this code parameter in the end by default, right? And that we need to get it in Flask. We can get it by request args and get. So people always makes mistake by not adding this in the end. Please add this hashtag and underscore in the end, and then this is our access token endpoint, right? So by passing the code here, we will get this access token, and it will return hello user, your token is this, right? So let's run this application and see if it's working or not. Here we are using one additional package called requests to like call this access token API, right? So let's install that first. Now run our Flask app. My ngrok service is already running, so I don't have to run that again. Now app is running. What we need to do is visit this login endpoint. So let's do that and login. So as we mentioned here, login endpoint is doing nothing but creating this URL and redirecting user to that URL, which is this authorized URL, right? Here we need to grant the permission, and when you will like authorize successful, it will redirect user to this your insta token URL. So that's our logic here, that in redirect URI we are adding this one, and when user is redirect to this one, it will have this code with it, and you can see that here as well. And we are going to use this code to generate the access token. So you can see here we pass this authorization code here and then did a post request, and we get this user token. So that's why we can see here our token is available. So that's how you can implement Instagram login in your web application. If you have any doubts, you can ask in comments, and yeah, thanks for watching.